Meet Aniyah. She is an aficionado and lover of all things monster-related. Join her on her travels across the New World as she tracks, wrestles, and captures the creatures of the unknown wilds. Alongside her handy notebook, her trusty palico, and a variety of tools at her disposal, she is determined to fulfill her dream of becoming the world's greatest and most renowned monster hunter. Today, on our maiden voyage, we join Aniyah and Dio as they cycle themselves up for what's to come. Just like the stomach of a Great Jagras, their spirit for adventure has no bounds. Before heading out on her way, Aniyah always makes sure to check her notes and get the details on her current mark. As we can see here, the Great Jagras isn't one to back down from a fight, even when it's severely outmatched. In moments of victory, it will swallow its prey whole and balloon to a surprising size. Full or not though, it can definitely prove to be a formidable foe for unprepared hunters, so Aniyah will need to stay on her toes. Fire is particularly effective against the Great Jagras, and you'll want to avoid water-based weapons when tackling them. As far as elements though, it's susceptible to everything under the sun, so feel free to pick your poison. The Great Jagras has plenty of weak spots on the front half of its body, particularly on its underside, and focusing your attacks on these various points will reward you greatly. Targeting the mane and claws specifically will prove to be worth your while. Aniyah loves to truly embody the creatures that she's set to capture, so today she's decked out in the Jagras armor set complemented by the sword and shield combo, the Jagras Edge. With this outfit, Aniyah takes less physical damage thanks to her weapon type and is given a good boost against water elemental attacks, but at the cost of bursting into flames rather easily. Aniyah is also granted with new skills to help her truly feel like a Great Jagras. Fortify, which increases her attack and defense every time she faints. A nifty skill to be sure, but she definitely doesn't plan on using it. Speed Eating, which increases the speed at which Aniyah can use items. Palico Rally, a handy pack-based skill that will boost the power of our good buddy Dio. Speed Crawler, which lets Aniyah move around more quickly while crouching. And Intimidator, a skill that better ensures Aniyah won't be getting bothered by smaller monsters while she takes on the Great Jagras. You may also notice the attack boost and divine blessing skills, but these are each granted to Aniyah by a special charm she enjoys wearing, not the Jagras armor. And of course, Dio can't be left out of the fun. Hopefully that outfit isn't too hot for him though. With our Hunter and Palico all geared up and ready to go, it's time for them to devour a meal fit for a Jagras. Bellies full and spirits high, Aniyah and Dio call up their winged drake and set out into the wilds of the ancient forest. Along the way, the pair comes across evidence nearby an Aptonoth herd that a Great Jagras has been in the nearby area recently. Stellar! They won't have to travel too far to find their mark. Jagras love to feed on the gentle, herbivorous Aptonoth of the ancient forest. If the prey is around, chances of finding the predator in close proximity are high. Perfect. As expected, Aniyah and Dio didn't have to look very long before encountering a Great Jagras. The giant lizard's mouth is watering at the thought of gobbling an Aptonoth lunch, but Aniyah wastes no time and goes right in for a few quick slashes. Caught off guard and alone, the Great Jagras makes a quick retreat into the thickets. This is a den for Jagras, which will gather around to help their alpha in a fight. Not one to back down even when outnumbered, Aniyah rushes in to properly begin the battle. Capitalizing on the Great Jagras' missed attack, Aniyah propels herself up and over a nearby ledge to attack from above. She manages to grapple onto the Great Jagras' back and pulls out her knife for a series of targeted precision attacks. The Great Jagras, understandably irritated by the pokes and prods, thrashes about in an attempt to shake off its attack. Aniyah holds fast though and staggers the creature with 2 shield bashes and a hefty jumping stab. While Aniyah goes in for the opportunity attack, Dio manages to befriend the Jagras and convince it to fight alongside them. That crafty feline must have a tongue of pure silver. With the duo effectively becoming a trio, they surround the Great Jagras and assault on all sides. Aniyah manages to make it flinch with a strike to its right paw, and she instinctively attempts to go for a claw shot. Unfortunately for her, the Great Jagras' backup is in full force, and they thwart her attempts at a clean shot. Feeling the pressure and growing desperate, the Great Jagras goes for a couple big lunges, which Aniyah barely manages to avoid. This is why she chose the easy-to-handle sword and shield combo for this fight. With those, she is able to shift gears and move on a dime, just like her opponent. After grappling onto the Great Jagras once more, Aniyah notices that the large lizard has been showing signs of fatigue. Instead of pressing the attack, she stows her weapon and uses the Great Jagras' vulnerability as the ideal opportunity to lay down a shock trap. After stunning it into submission, Aniyah throws 2 tranquilizer bombs at the ground near the Great Jagras' head. Unable to resist, it topples over and falls into a deep sleep, no more harmful now than a tiny gecko. Aniyah and Dio can officially rest easy. The hard part is over with, and they barely even broke a sweat. Great job, hunters! With the Great Jagras captured and in the books, the first of many hunts is now complete. The journey has only just begun for our intrepid pair as they journey deeper into the new world.